Is my screen visible?
I am not able to see.
Not yet, Faisal.
Oh, started the recording. All right. I am back with all the content, all the information.
Faisal, I'm just coming back within 2 minutes. Just coming back within two
All
minutes.
right, no problem. Till that time, we'll just revise.
Mm, Thank you.
All right. So, Mojit and Sushanta. Sushanta, you need to pay attention and you need to pull your socks. Okay.
Yes, sure.
All right. So, we'll just revise as we know that this is engagement, also known as marketing cloud. And we are studying basics like email specialist. So, in this, till now, what do you all recollect? What have we studied? What have we went through?
Yeah. So in the first class, we have covered too many points
Hmm,
about the emails and the org setup with Salesforce. So integrate with Salesforce
hmm,
and setting up the SAP. Downloading the package for SAP.
hmm,
Apart from that, how to create the email templates with different features and how to create means sender profiles and how to create these sender profiles and delivery profiles. I forgot that feature. What is the word for delivery profile? But these are the pre setup for sending the emails to work for email sending purpose.
and
And
yeah.
apart from that, we have studied about the data extension list, data extension,
Hmm,
and list also.
hmm,
And apart from that, we have gathered the knowledge about shared data extension for different business units. Last day, as we discussed about this.
hmm.
And apart from that, shared publication list also we discussed yesterday last in the last class.
Hmm.
uh, for the last class, Faisal, I was not able to um, go through the recordings also, but last things last some of the last things I cannot I am unable to remember,
Hmm.
but these are the primary things we covered in the last class.
All right, great. One more thing, sun classification. Sun classifications have two. Do you remember that?
No, Faisal. I think if I go through the recording, I
All right. No, if you haven't made a note of it, just make a note of it.
yeah
So
yeah
classifications are defined into two ways. One is commercial and one is transactional. Commercial means the person who has opted in, subscribed, will receive an email, and if they unsubscribe to the email, so they won't receive email from us. That's commercial. But if it is transactional, in transactional, even if they are unsubscribing the email, they will receive an email because that's transactional email. So send classification can be described in two way. One is commercial and one is transactional. Rest everything you remember.
yeah I can remember now, Faisal. Transactional and commercial, the terms are uh, looking familiar. I heard that in the last class.
Okay. And Raju, once you're back, please just confirm.
Yes, Faisal, I'm back.
Okay. All right. And yes, when we were studying about the previous class for sender authentication package, so once it is authenticated, here the domain details will be available. Okay, and uh, header, footer, that's into text as well as into HTML. So in content, in email, if we want some header details by default to be appeared, so we can add that header here. For example, edit. Okay, and in here, for example, if it is HTML header, so if we click on it, if we want some customized one, we can add that as well, or if it is system generated default one, we can add that as well. But if it's custom one, if we insert that, you can see the HTML one which have appeared. If you copy paste this into the email, you will be able to see only the marketing default one, but you need to change this version. Okay, so this is the main part when it comes to the header. Coming back towards data extension, we were talking about data extension, that's standard data extension. So I need to create a duplicate of it. Okay, and I don't need you to just mug up, I need you to understand what is data extension and how it works. Okay, so first of all, what we did is we created a standard data extension called as testbong. Remember, guys, acknowledge me if you remember that.
Yes,
Yes,
Faisal.
All right.
sure.
All right. So data extension can be accessed in two ways. One from email. Here, if you hover, if you click on email, so here in the subscriber we have data extension. And second option is if we hover over here, that is contact builder. Okay. So here it's audience builder. Click on contact builder. This will appear, and here we have fourth option as data extension. Okay. So why two options? Some features which are available here that are not available here. Okay, for example, if I click on test bong, and here this is from the email, if you can see, there is one record which is available. Can you see this?
Yes,
So
Faisal.
Well,
if I want to add a record here, I don't have any option. See this, I have copy, split, filter, and I have import if I have a CSV file. But if I want to add a single record, so I need to go to this option, the contact builder option. Here if I click on record, you can see the option here, add record. Okay, once I click on it, ID can be anything. That's the system generated ID from Salesforce. Okay, now if I say Tomojit, last name is Das.
yes, Faisal.
Tomojit Das at datapolana.com. Okay, and country is India. Save. See. Now, reason being IDs.
Copy pasted the same data,
Hmm.
same ID.
So if you
We need to provide ID.
yes, so this ID is the unique ID. Okay, we do not provide this. This is system generated. It's from Salesforce.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is the reason we need to make sure that this ID is the main thing. Why the error was coming is the IDs were not coming, and previously the data extension which I had created for testbong. So
Sorry, Faisal, just 1 second. You can
huh,
just go back where you have created just like, so for an example, let's say like, this one was created before the Faisal.
huh,
Okay. And after that, you have created this one or you have inserted this Tamojit on later on.
huh,
And the ID as well you have created right now.
huh.
This ID will be synced with the Salesforce as well.
Yes, so I'll show
This
you.
ID will automatically will be synced, na?
So see, we have one more data extension, that's Salesforce synchronized data extension.
Acha, acha.
Correct?
Hmm.
So I'll show you that as well, how it works. So if you see data extension, we have Salesforce data extension, synchronized data extension. So see, this is Salesforce synchronized data extension. So what I did is I had selected, for example, contact. Okay, so in contact I have this records which are already present. Now I can add all these fields into the standard data extension or just few fields. So what I have added is account ID, just the ID, not account ID, just the ID. Okay. Then I've added email, first
First name,
name,
last name.
last name, and uh, mailing country. Okay, mailing country. So I've added that. That's the reason I was able to sync. One more thing, the important one is that the relation.
No, I'm asking, is that sync with Salesforce? The one you created with the Tomazit email ID?
No, it's not synced. It's not synced. I have manually created it.
So whenever you are manually creating, so that will not be synced with the Salesforce.
Okay,
Or
okay. So in order to sync it with Salesforce, we are getting the records from Salesforce. Correct?
okay,
The the data extension here, that synchronized data extension, this is Salesforce data extension. We are picking up the details, the records from here, and we are pasting that into this data extension which we have created. Now you want this data to be synced back to Salesforce,
right.
but we have taken this from Salesforce itself.
Acha.
Huh.
Okay.
Okay, there is one more option that's known as automation rule. We will come back to that, but here don't get confused. What we are showing is, see, here we have ID. First, we were adding that as email, correct? So email was showing the problem because email does not goes to the primary key. So we need to add that as ID that relates to subscriber on subscriber key. Once we did that, we are able to add the records into the normal data extension here by Tomojit's name. Now come back to content. Till here, it's clear with the data extension part. Yes, no, maybe. Do you want me to repeat, guys?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'll just repeat back. Okay. So, see, Raju, what I would say is, instead of going to the data extension of Salesforce, okay, or syncing, just forget syncing part as of now. Focus on to data extension. What we have done is, we have created a simple data extension, standard data extension. We have added all the fields, okay, that is ID, first name, last name, email, and country. And we have added the primary key, that's ID, okay, lead ID or contact ID. Now we
Right.
have added this record. Now if you are asking where this did this ID come from, okay, this ID comes from Salesforce.
Mm.
Okay, now how I will show you in the advanced part as well. But now how can we use this data extension? Okay, so that is the main part. So if we come to content, okay, we have created a email, that is testbong. Now in testbong, what I have done is I have added amp script. Amp script adds to that, if if subscriber key, that is attribute value, equals to ID. So that means that this is subscriber's key, that is primary ID. Okay, then the first name, attribute value equals to first name. So first name is this first name, and set mailing country equals to attribute mailing country. Okay, that this all are the value, attribute value. Now, if we want to use this into data extension, what we can do is, if you see, I've added the M script stating that if mailing country equals to USA, then the content will be thank you people of USA. And if it is France, then this. If, for example, we have changed that to India, because we don't have France, we have added just India. Okay, so done editing, preview and test. If we preview and test, what we have the data extension name as test bound. In test bound, we have this first as USA. Select it. Can you see this? The data extension has the details as first name as Faisal and mailing country as USA. So am script which I have added that if USA is Faisal,
Yeah.
so this is email ID.
Change it to Tomojit ID, na?
So if I click on Tomojit ID, this will also change. Hi Tomojit, people of France. Oh, sorry, content is not changed, right?
Mm.
So content is not changed. People of India. So if I click on Tomojit, so it will state, "Hi Tomojit, thank you, people of India," because Tomojit is from India. So that is how the content will change if we have more content. Now, if we have only single content, there is no if then else statement. Okay, it's just one. So no need of amp script. What we can do is directly we can add hi first name. That's just including, what do you say, code snippet. Okay. Once we add code snippet stating if um yes, profile attributes. If first name equals to this. Okay. So in data extension, the first name will be added here. Whoever the person is, his or her name will be added into the content, and that is how we will be able to change the content. Till here it's clear, guys.
Yes, Faisal, it is clear.
All right. Now, when it comes to see, as of now, I'm not going deeper into the data extension part, because synchronized data extension word works in such a way. For example, we do not configure anything. Okay, we do not configure anything. We have one more tab. Can I have attention, everyone here?
Yes, please.
Yes, Faisal.
Hmm. So there is a setting known as attributes, okay, or data source. So if we go to audience builder, content builder, here this is the main part, in which if I want to create an attribute, for example, what we have done is create attribute. Okay, what is the data attribute which we have added? For example, in the data source, we have Salesforce. That's synchronized one. If we click on it, what we have to sync it with? Account, contact, lead, user, program in one, enhancement. Now, if I click on account, so how many fields I have in account? I can see this. It, huh, ID created by ID, and all these records which are available. Okay,
These are Salesforce fields,
Ye-
right, Faisal?
Salesforce field which we can synchronize. Okay, now if I click on contact has some more field, as it has 19 and account field as 15, so it might have more field. That is primary, organization, optional is this one. Okay, we can add all these fields into the synchronized data extension. And if we want to use that into journeys, okay, we need to create an attribute. This is for security. If I click on it, I need to create. I guess it won't create because it's already created. But data extension, if we want to create one or link it with the previous one, so it's already created. So I'll just select one in Mobile Connect, 30 attributes. Why it is used? This is used in order to sync it with journeys. Okay, till here it's clear, guys. I don't want you to get confused. Till here it's clear.
Yes, Fazil.
Okay, so for example, if I have Salesforce data extension which is synced, okay, now what I want to do is I want that Salesforce data extension to sync it with standard data extension, the normal data extension. Okay, so how can we do that is we have automation rule, automation studio. In automation studio, we need to code SQL. Just a moment. See this. We have all these functionalities. Okay. So if we want to create a uh, SQL, where is SQL? SQL query. See this. Okay. Create new query. Let's name that. Okay. Next. Here we need to code. So what we should code is select. What should we select is we have Salesforce data extension. Where is that? We have this synchronized data extension. So we have selected account. Okay, in which field we need to synchronize or we need to get that information into our standard data extension. So for example, we have ID. Okay, so here we need to select type select ID. Okay, then
So you don't have to mention select ID from where, which table.
from
Select ID from which table, that you have to mention. No?
so the from in from name it will be account underscore Salesforce. This one, can you see?
From account Salesforce.
Uh, so it will be from account underscore Salesforce. This one, this data extension. Okay, and we need to add all these fields. Select ID, first name, last name, all that email, all that fields. Okay, from, and if we have criteria, okay, we can add that criteria as well. Next, so what it will do is in 15 minutes of time, all the fields which are here that will get synced with the data extension which we will create. So we need to create a data extension, we need to add that name as well. Okay, that is how we will be able to add the Salesforce data extension records into normal data extension record. Clear? Yes, no, maybe. No? What happened to Mujit, Sushanta, Raju? Is it going bouncer?
Hello.
Uh,
Yes, I
Hello.
yes I
Well, yeah, got the concept about that, but if we see, would you be able to create that one, that query, and run that one? What happens if we can see that one? It will be not confusing much more.
ठीक है. But the query, it does not make any sense. Query will just import the data. Why I'm adding that is, see, why did not you ask that? Why cannot we use directly Salesforce data extension, and why use standard data extension only?
Yeah.
Does
I am confused about that. We are doing in the automation, we are scheduling, and
hmm.
after scheduling that, we are doing query, and for from the query, the it is getting the data from the Salesforce,
No, it's not getting the data from Salesforce. From
from
Salesforce, it's
the data
automatically,
extension.
it's see, the basic funda of here is, once we create data source, okay, once we create a data source, if we select account or contact, okay, and we select the field, so whatever fields are present in Salesforce, that will automatically get synced into engagement. This is one funda. But why are we not using directly the Salesforce synchronized data extension? Why do you want to import all the fields from synchronized data extension to the normal data extension? That was my question. Why all you did not ask me this question? Okay, so I'll help you with that, guys. Why? See, I'll share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this will be a normal uh, journey in which I'm just adding the data extension. If I click on the data extension, it's asking me to select a data extension. Now, if I click on it, can you see Salesforce synchronized data extension here?
No.
No.
No. And if we see here, do we have data extension? Okay. Huh. If we click on it, the data extension part, you can see Salesforce data extension, synchronized one, Salesforce data extension. Correct? This one. Now, if we want to use the fields which are available in this data extension, how can we use that in here, in the journey? Correct?
Okay.
Yeah,
Got it. Got it.
yeah. So for
Uh,
that, we need to bring that in standard
Normal
data
data.
extension.
That's
So we need to get those fields from synchronized data to the normal
data
data
extension.
extension. Through that SQL query,
Hmm.
get those fields, particularly ID, name, first name, whatever, we have to get it from the synchronized one to normal one to
Hmm.
use in journey.
Correct.
Okay.
Now you got clear. Okay. Now if you see text bong bong, I can select that. Click on summary. If we want to add filter or edit it to any other things, we can do that. Once done, we can proceed. Now schedule. Schedule mean once or recurring. So if I click on once, the program will run once when journey runs on activation. Okay, done. If I add an email, okay, and after data extension, add an email. Which email can be selected? Now I select that the normal one which we have added. Uh, See, this runs very slow. So select image, and in image we have the this one, test bomb. Done. Now when we select the email, okay, here we have preview and test. If we scroll down, what do you want that sin classification to be? Do you want that to be it is added as test Herschel. So that's okay. If you want the sender profile to be changed here, it can be multiple. So we can add that as well, or delivery profile if you want, we can change that as well. Subject line can be changed from here as well as from the email itself, and we can add the pre-header as well. Once done, click on done.
Which will take Faisal? Yeah, but the email template subject or this subject?
This subject which we have added.
Okay. So yeah,
Hmm?
yeah. So I am asking that when the email will go, so
Hmm.
which subject will show, the email template subject or this subject we will configure from here?
From here which we are configuring.
Okay.
Yes. So this is how, I mean, we are able to add data extension. Now, there might be possibilities that the client might ask you that we have added the this uh, automation. Okay. And automation takes 15 minutes. Every 15 minutes of time, it imports the record from synchronized data extension to normal data extension. Okay. And how much time does Salesforce take to sync back to engagement? 15 minutes. So how much time are we getting that records into engagement, guys? 15
15 minutes to input.
from Salesforce. We are getting that record into synchronized data extension here.
So it will take 30 minutes, na?
30 minutes. Correct. But if the client says that 30 minute is very, very late, I want that to be triggered immediately within few seconds. So in that situation, what we need to do is this data extension will not work here. We need to delete this and we need to add is Salesforce data. So whatever data is coming into this synchronized data extension, we need to configure the same in Salesforce data.
So
Okay.
Faisal, this will be the best practice to use Salesforce data every time.
Um, not actually. The problem is not many customers have the same requirement. They might say that 30 minute is okay for us. We are ready to wait for it. But there might be possibility that the transactional email should be sent within few seconds. Okay. So in that
Right.
situation, Salesforce data is necessary. But if it is commercial, that the customer might receive this email after 1 hour, 2 hour, or maybe after one day. So in that situation, data extension is the good option.
Hmm.
Okay. So just good to know information that we can add Salesforce data from here. So whoever clicks on the website of the Salesforce and is getting leads into Salesforce, within few seconds that lead will be into this journey. Where is that journey? This one, through the help of Salesforce data. And within few seconds, this first email, if it is transactional, will be sent to that person. Clear, guys?
Yes, Faisal.
Yes, Faisal.
Okay. Now, what I have done is I have dived deeper into it in order to make you understand. Okay. But the process is vast. Okay. This process is vast and it might take more time in order to configure that. But don't worry, we will go line by line. Till now, data extension, synchronized data extension, say, shared data extension. Is it clear to you guys?
Yes, Faisal.
Because there might be 50% of question which might be asked into the examination is related to Salesforce data extension. How can it be used and how is it useful? Okay.
Okay, Faisal.
All right. Now, as we are into the email section, Okay, so we have three types of email. One is user initiated email, Salesforce send email, and triggered email. I mean, the word itself
Yeah.
describe.
So whenever user is sending the mail, so that is user initiated mails, na?
Hmm.
They will receive the mail.
Who will receive the email?
Because for an example, let's say like I'm end customer, so I'm sending a mail, and in response that if I have receiving a mail, so that is user initiated mail, na?
User initiated means user means the person who is using engagement. Okay, and subscriber is receiving the email. Yeah.
Right.
So user initiated email means that initiated emails are sent
Uh,
to multiple recipient
uh,
at the same time to the data extension.
don't get your point. User extension, user initiated mail means I didn't get that. What you are trying to say.
Just a moment. I'll give you the definition of it. Just a moment.
Not the definition, Faisal. If you can just explain.
I'll first give you the definition and then explain you so you can better understand it. Sometimes communication does not helps. Written does. Okay. So user initiated means that user is initiating the send. Okay. For example, where is it? Yes, here. So if you want to send an email, a user wants to send an email, what the user can do is add the name, description of it, message, the content which we have created, just select that, subject and pre-header, send classification, and recipient. So recipient means the people who are going to receive the email. Okay, so click on it, and if you want to test, that's okay. If not, that is also okay, and schedule it. Okay.
Got it, got it. This is the user initiated mail means the
You-
user means whoever is using. This is not the end customer. Got it. Okay.
Hmm.
So this is kind of manual process, na?
Manual process, the user is initiating the email.
Right. Got it.
Okay, now what is Salesforce send email? Okay, so Salesforce send email are that from Salesforce data extension we are sending the email. Okay, for example, synchronized data extension. So we are importing the data from Salesforce report, and then we are scheduling it according to the Salesforce send. So if we click on it, Salesforce data extension, that might be option. Guys, if I'm losing time, do tell me because I'm not tracking the time. Okay, so see here, if you see, we have Salesforce mass send, Salesforce single send, or test email. So if we have a synchronized data extension here, what we can do is through Salesforce send, we can directly tag a data extension here, and we can send it to the mass emails or the recipient. Got it? I'll give you
Uh,
the.
uh, uh, sorry, Faisal. So can you please open that 1 second? If you please click on the user initiated one.
User initiated.
Ha. Sure. Hmm. So there is no option, na?
Hmm.
In Salesforce sense, there is the options.
Correct.
If you
See this?
okay,
Hmm? Got it?
yeah.
Now, what is triggered send? What do you all think? What should be the triggered send?
If something triggers that time, if, the mail will be sent. This is kind of automated mail, na?
Correct. That's correct. So triggered emails allow you to automatically send an email to user. Okay. So they might have left your site, or they have left the completion of the purchase, or it might be anything. Okay. So that includes automation into it. So what we have to do is, here into triggers we need to uh, add the description of it. How can the triggered email is been sent, and who do you want me to send the emails?
Mhm.
Okay. So if it is list, which list?
Suppression list or anything.
Has been added. Yes, domain exclusion, if it is any, then yes, according to this we need to create it, and we need to schedule it. Journey builder sent, we just went through it, but we went in very simple way. It does have many things into it, but we will continue once we are onto that uh, tab. Okay. A/B testing, you all definitely know that. Yeah, because we have already learned that into Pardot, that it has two versions, A version and B version. According to the versions which wins, the email will be selected as winner, and we can send that to the multiple recipient. Correct.
Right.
Yes, Faisal.
Now, whatever send, I mean, the emails which we are sending, in order to track that, we have this option that is sends and reports. So in sends, what we can get is all the details. What is clicks, whether it's unique click, email send, open rate, deliverability, and all this status.
Mhm.
Okay, and we can get reports as well into it. Clear, guys?
Yes, Faisal.
Hmm? So this email part is very critical into engagement, because in email only what we are doing is we are creating the content in order to receive the email. Okay. So I would say, I'll just talk to Animesh and I'll get the access of it. Please go through the content part. Okay, because it does has many, it is very vast. Whatever I've taught you all, it is very basic, and I want you all to go through the content so that you can understand how we can create the email through the help of AMScript. If you all don't know AMScript, that's okay. Okay, just basic AMScript, like the attribute values, and also the if then else statement. Okay. Who all knows this AMScript, or who all know basic coding,
I know basic coding, Faisal.
or which program?
PHP,
PHP.
Java.
So PHP means this is HTML only, right?
No, HTML is the front end only, and the back end is PHP.
PHP. I guess RDBMS, something like that.
Not really. RDBMS, that is different. That is in conjunction with HTML and PHP.
HTML, PHP. Okay, okay. Tomojit to definitely knows this.
Yeah, Faisal, I have some knowledge about Apex and also very little knowledge about HTML. I have done some HTML work.
Correct. So HTML may have taken some help from you, but I have explored more.
Very, very. Very little knowledge. One of the development I have done for sending emails, like for creating table in the Apex code. For that also we need to means include that HTML, and apart from that also we had a requirement for creating a PDF file.
Acha.
On that I have searched take many days to create that.
Faisal, nowadays, if you have to do HTML, that part, W3 school is better. You can do anything on that.
Yeah, yeah.
W3 school is, though I've taken many help from W3.
So if you want to do that, you can just get it from there.
Correct, correct. Agreed. But why I'm telling you all this is because if I share my screen, I see this. Even if you see, is it visible? Is my screen visible?
Yes, Faisal.
Okay. Even if you see the email part, so in email part, what we have to advanced version is dynamic content, A/B test, Einstein select. This Einstein content the needs this what do you say permission, okay, and it should be activated. And I have also not used all the things, but I would like you all to use that because it's very complicated uh, when it comes to the certification part. And also this has the condition based subject line, okay. Also we have dynamic content. In dynamic content, what we can do is according to the data extension. If you see, if I create the data extension, what we can do is according to this data extension we can select the dynamic rule. If it is India, see, mailing country equals to text India. If we add here India, we need to select is the image. For example, this image we have selected, so this image will be selected for India, okay. And okay, okay, and second rule will be for USA. So we create this. What it will happen is, if this data extension which goes to Faisal, that's USA. For USA, the image which we have selected, that image will appear in the email, the actual email. And if it's Tomojit, then this image will appear. So that is good content when it comes to the dynamic content, this one. And if we want to add multiple mini image, how can we do that? That also is very interesting. So please go through it, and you will find that very interesting. Okay, and that's worth learning each and everything. So till this time, I would say the email part is done. Okay, and when it comes to the other part, I won't take your more time because it's already 9:30. You all might be busy with the pujas.
Yeah.
Correct?
So, Faisal, so I'll connect with you, or how do you share the decent things that
The,
Shubhajit said?
the user ID and passwords.
Uh-huh.
I need to talk to Animesh. I'll talk to Animesh first. He If he has the user ID and password, I'll just share it with you. If not, then we need to create it according to the users.
Yeah, please ask him to create the one, because in the festive time probably I can practice on over there.
Correct.
If you have got a one, otherwise
Mhm.
this will be a waste of time.
Correct. That's correct. No, agreed. Don't worry about it. I'll just talk to Animesh after this class.
Yes, please, and please ask him to share that if it's possible today, or else by tomorrow.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, please. Thank you, President.
You're welcome. Till that time, guys, take care of yourself and please practice engagement. Okay.
Yeah, President.